Alright, it's time for another episode of Cooking with Jeff. This time it's barbecue chicken, mac and cheese, and potato salad. Cheddar bacon ranch potato salad. We'll start out first by putting the bacon in the oven at 350, get it cooked evenly. And then we're going to put some chopped up potatoes in some boiling water. These are just regular Idaho potatoes, chopped up into some nice cubes there. Give them a stir. And we're going to boil them till they're fork tender. While we're waiting for that, we're going to check our bacon here and make sure we give it a nice flip, just so that we get a nice cooking on both sides. Don't want to burn any side. A little twofer there. Alright, throw those on back in the oven. Keep on baking them. Oop, don't lose my oven mitt. After we do that, we'll go ahead and dump our potatoes in that are nice and fork tender. Strain them out, get all that liquid out of there. We're going to run some cold water to cool them down and stop the cooking process, and so that it's nice and cold for the rest of the stuff. Make sure all that water's out, like I said. And we're going to pour them into our bowl with some chopped red onion, chopped green onion, and chopped red and yellow sweet pepper. And we'll go ahead and add a good bit of this cheddar cheese here, nice shredded cheddar cheese. Hit it with some dry parsley flakes. You can use fresh parsley. I don't like the taste of it in there though. I like the dry. The fresh is a little too overpowering, I think. And then pull out our bacon. Some of it was done a little earlier, so just important you keep on watching it. But anyway, just get it all off there, get it draining. Dab the grease and chop it up into as big a chunks as you want. I like mine a little bigger, but you can do it however you like. And get this last guy out of there. There we go. Alright, time to add our ranch. You can make your own or use whatever you want. Just for speed's sake, I'm going to use this buttermilk ranch, Ken's brand. I like buttermilk ranch the best, but I mean, you could do some chipotle ranch or something to spice it up. And mix it on in. Just make sure all your vegetables are nice and incorporated, evenly. Where you get some good bites. Alrighty, that's mixed up nice. Take a little sample for me and go ahead and push my bacon on in there. Like I said, I like to keep my bacon pretty big. I don't like to cut it up too small. There we go. Mix it on in. Just like the rest of the stuff, just evenly incorporated throughout the salad. Then get it on in our dish here that's going to be put in the fridge, because personally I like cold potato salad better than warm potato salad, so make sure we get it done nice and cold, and that's why we do it first before we barbecue anything or anything. There we go. That lid on there, throw it on in the icebox. Anyway, time to make our barbecue sauce, and we're going to start out with a nice medium-sized bottle of Hunt's ketchup. You could use Heinz, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just the whole bottle, squeeze it on in this bowl here. Alright, there we go. And we're going to go ahead and add a good handful of some brown sugar. Just like that there. Hit it with some granulated sugar, regular. Give it a good sprinkling. Got some salt. Hit that in there. Some ground pepper. some ground cinnamon, onion powder, garlic powder. Not too much, I find it can be overpowering if you put too much, so just a nice sprinkle, and then some hickory liquid smoke. Get some nice good drops in there. Some Worcestershire sauce. Good drizzle. And of course the honey bear honey. It's got to be a honey bear. I've said this before. If you don't got the honey bear, you don't got good honey. Give it a good squeeze. Whisk it on up. Get it nice and incorporated. And we're going to keep tasting and adding as we go, but for now, that's just the initial what you want in there at first. That'll usually get you pretty far, and then you don't have to do too much. But so we tasted. We're going to add a little more Worcestershire. Honey bear honey. Get a nice good squeeze. Go ahead and whisk that on in. As we do this, you can see the color is going to change darker, and that's all from any dark ingredients you put in there. Now, taste it again. Want to add a little more cinnamon, some salt, and some more granulated sugar. Go ahead and whisk it again. Alright, and after this stuff, you can go ahead and bottle it up. I have a squeezy bottle that I put it in, so that's what I'm putting mine in. Before that, add some onion powder for the final taste. I want a little bit more Worcestershire. And whisk it up. After this right here, we'll bottle, and that's it. Alrighty, barbecue sauce done in the bottle. Let's start pounding out our chicken to make it nice and tender and even so that it gets a good cooking on the grill. I always say, especially for grilling, you want nice even, cuts of meat, because you don't want uneven cooking anywhere. So for chicken breast, which is relatively thick in some places and thinner in others, I like to pound them out like this. Just make them nice and flat and even. And I'm just going to repeat this process for 6 of these chicken breasts that I got, because that's what I'll be grilling today. Looks nice and even there. And we'll get on our last one with our cooking buddy in tow, and those are ready to hit the grill. But an unfortunate thing happened, and I got rained out, so I was only able to mark and sauce them a little bit. So we're going to come back and we're going to put them on a pan here. And we're going to cook them the rest of the way in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. So just line them up on the pan like this. Here we go. And grab our squirt bottle. Hit it with some more barbecue sauce on the side that has less sauce. Use our brush to brush it on. Get a nice even coating on there. Alright, looks good. And we'll throw them right on in the oven. Okay, now the chicken's finishing its cooking, we're going to start our mac and cheese. So we got a pot of some boiling water. Throw in some salt when it's boiling. And we got ditalini pasta, which is a nice small little kind of rigatoni shaped pasta. Use a lot for salads, but we're using it for mac and cheese today. But anyway, dump that whole bag in there. Give it a good stir. And cook it to the package directions. I think it was about 8 or 9 minutes for this particular one. And once that's ready, the chicken should be done. Just pulling it out there. Okay, we go ahead and strain out our pasta. And put it back in the pot. Get it back on the burner. Well, the burner's off, by the way. It's still hot there, so we'll dump in one whole bag of the 2 bags we got there of cheese. And we're gonna hit it with some half and half, like so. Just give it a good stir, get the cheese melted, nice and heated up, the cream. It'll be nice and cheesy and creamy by the time we're done with this. A little more cream. Open up the second bag of cheddar cheese and hit it with about half the bag. Then stir it in, get that melted and heated up, and that'll be it for our mac and cheese. Had my dad over for barbecue dinner today, and you can tell he's excited because he pulled out a plate already. But anyway, I'll go ahead and finish the mac and cheese. Looking really nice and creamy. So plating, we'll get some tongs and put the chicken on the plate like that. Just pick out a nice piece you want. Get a nice helping of the mac and cheese. A little bit more. Yeah, there we go. And our nice cold potato salad. Just hit it with a good scoop. Looking good. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. We'll see you next time.